Hey, what's up everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. In today's video we're going to be talking about the pack pull rate or the box configuration of Terastal Festival. And this is really cool because this is a completely new concept that the Pokemon company is doing with a bunch of very new kind of pull rates. And I think this actually kind of hurts Terastal Festival because there's one glaring flaw with this set. If my hype for this set was at a 10, I would say after seeing the box opening of Terastal Festival, it's now at a 7. So my hype has gone down for this set, which is actually really surprising, and I'll cover that glaring flaw really soon. But basically, inside of a Terastal Festival booster box, you're going to find yourself 10 booster packs, and in those 10 booster packs, you're going to pull yourself 10 EX cards or ultra rare card, 9 of which are going to be normal ultra rare, and 1 is going to be a secret rare. So you get yourself a guaranteed secret rare inside of every single booster box. So this is Terastal Festival, not Prismatic Evolutions, but they are close mirrors of each other in terms of the cards inside of the set. The pull rates can be very, very different because obviously in Japan they do guaranteed pull rates, where in the US or in international we don't get guaranteed anything. You can open up multiple ETBs and get 0 hits. So it is a little bit convoluted, but basically inside of a Terastal Festival booster box, you're going to find yourself 10 EX cards, 9 regular, 1 secret rare, very normal configuration. However, the biggest difference is the amount of holographic reverses, the Pokeball holographic reverse and the Master Ball holographic reverse that you're going to get inside of every single box. Inside of the Japanese 151 set, every single pack you are guaranteed either a Pokeball holographic reverse or a Master Ball holographic reverse. So inside of a booster box of 151, you are getting tons and tons of Pokeball holographic reverse and only 1 single Master Ball. But in the new Terastal Festival set, you are going to get yourself 2 Pokeball holographic reverse and 1 Master Ball. And I think that is guaranteed inside of every single box. 2 Pokeball holographic reverse, 1 Master Ball. What this means is that the Pokeball holographic reverse are going to be significantly harder pulls than how they were in 151. I know actually a lot of people actually enjoyed the Pokeball holographic reverse inside of 151. They were fun pulls. Incredibly cheap and affordable, but fun pulls, and people enjoy collecting them. I know there are people out there that enjoy getting a complete Pokeball holographic reverse set of 151. So them being significantly harder to pull inside of Terastal Festival, I think is definitely the Pokemon company's way of trying to make chases a little bit more desirable for these other configurations of the cards, because no one ever cared about holographic reverses before, but now with the Pokeball and the Master Ball stamps on the cards, people suddenly care a lot more. If you don't care about the Master Ball holographic reverse or the Pokeball holographic reverse, I get that. Not everyone's going to care about these, but the ones that do are going to increase the value of these cards. The most expensive Master Ball holographic reverse, something like the Umbreon inside of Terastal Festival, could garner a price of $100 to $200 because there's so many cards inside of the set. These Master Balls are going to be hard pulls, but that also means the Pokeball holographic reverse are also going to be highly desirable. Not as much as the Master Balls, but because there's only 2 inside of every single box, they are going to garner a decent price. Most of them are probably going to be just $1 or $2, but the more desirable ones, the Pikachu, the Umbreon, the Sylveon, you know, the other evolutions, they're all going to be probably between like $5 to $20, just depending on the card. I could see some of the Pokeball holographic reverse going for as much as like $50 if they're incredibly well sought after. So this is a completely different pack configuration. Now, all right, moving on to the flaw. I don't want to clickbait you guys. There is a major flaw with Terastal Festival, and I don't think I've seen anyone talk about this yet. And after seeing the pack opening for Terastal Festival, this really brought the mood down a little bit for me for this set. I don't think it's nearly as good anymore, and that is there's no illustration rares inside of the set. There's some secret special illustration rare, but there's no regular illustration rares. Inside of a booster box of Japanese 151, you typically pull yourself 3 illustration rares. These are your Psyducks or your Poliwhirls or other illustration rares. Just some basic illustration rares that are neat to have. You know, they're still really cool arts. They're not maybe like super expensive, but there's some decent ones like Charmander and Bulbasaur. Like, all of these regular illustration rares are quite desirable. Pikachu as well. All these are really decent inside of Japanese 151, but there's no illustration rares inside of Terastal Festival. No regular illustration rares. So the Pokeball holographic reverse and the Master Ball holographic reverses are taking the slots of illustration rares. Typically, you'd find yourself 3 illustration rares inside of a Japanese booster box. Now, instead of getting 3 regular illustration rares, you are getting yourself 2 Pokeball holographic reverse and a Master Ball holographic reverse. While I love the new holographic reverse, and I think it adds a fresh spice to collecting holographic reverses, which no one cared before. So now there's actually some interest in it. People are actually excited to collect some holographic reverses. The problem is they're taking away the illustration rares and putting these holographic reverses in their place. And that didn't need to happen. So the fact that Terastal Festival has no regular illustration rares really brought it down, because there's a couple big reasons. One of the things was that I was actually excited to see some of the evolutions or some other Pokemon inside of the illustration rares, because in the regular illustration rares, right, they don't have the stupid crown or the dumb hat, whatever you guys want to call it. They can draw the Pokemon as normal. So it gave the opportunity to see a normal Umbreon, a normal Flareon. But because there's no illustration rares, that we are not going to see any normal art of all these illustration cards. The only versions of them are going to be the crown versions. So that brought down the hype of Terastal Festival quite a bit to me. It went from like a 9 to a 10. It max hype. Like, how excited can I be for this set? Probably a 10. And now we're probably like at a 7 or 6, you know? The fact that there's no regular illustration rare of a Vaporeon or Flareon or Umbreon or any of these other Pokemon inside of the set completely changed the sets. Because it actually makes it so that each booster box, all you really care about are really going to be your holographic reverse, Pokeball, Master Ball, and your secret rare pulls. Everything else is pretty much bulk. The regular ultra rares are pretty cool, but they're not going to be your value cards. You really only have 2 or 3 slots. And not everyone cares about the Master Ball holographic reverse, so if you don't care about the Master Ball holographic reverse, the only card that is a true hit inside of your Terastal Festival booster box is going to be your secret rare. And there's a ton of secret rares that you could be pulling from that slot. So most likely the secret rare that you pull might not even be one that you're excited to pull. It could be a random 4 trainer card that you don't care about. So this completely changes everything, because the illustration rares used to be a nice consolation prize, right? If I open up Japanese 151 and I don't pull anything crazy in terms of a secret rare like a special illustration rare Charizard, I still got my Poliwhirl and Psyduck to be like, okay, those were kind of cool hits too. And those were nice consolation prizes. And so the Master Balls and Pokeballs taking that slot completely changes it. I think the Pokemon Company is definitely trying to hit something here. They realized that people were way more excited for these Master Ball holographic reverse in 151 than they expected, and they're clearly trying to play around with the mechanic and the numbers a little bit to see if they can make other things exciting. And there's potential for this, right? Because now there could be a Premier Ball holographic reverse, a Love Ball holographic reverse, a Nest Ball holographic reverse. The list can go on and on. They can make all of these different holographic reverses, put them in different products, and someone out there that's really obsessive over them is going to go crazy for these cards. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. I can see a path that I don't like where these things are headed, but I'm still excited, you know? It definitely lowers the volume for me for Terastal Festival, knowing that there's no regular illustration rares inside of this set, but that's how the pack configuration currently looks. I'm still excited to crack open Terastal Festival with you guys, but knowing that there's no regular illustration rares, the only thing that we really have to chase inside of our booster boxes are going to be our special illustration rare and our Master Balls. And that's okay, but I was really hoping for just a little bit more, which is, you know, it sounds nitpicky, but I would have wanted some regular illustration rares inside of this set. So that's my thought on the Terastal Festival pack configuration, box configuration, however you want to call it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Does it matter to you that there are regular illustration rares inside of this set or not? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.